Hello, my name is Connor, and this is my app called Jump Castle. Who am I? Well, I'm a 4-year AOIT student. I love to code in Python. I'm pretty much interested in about everything that has to do with computers and some interesting facts. I don't type on a typical QWERTY keyboard. My layout is not that QWERTY. Instead, it is different. I type on a keyboard layout known as Workman that you can search up if you'd like. I've also created multiple Discord bots in the past, if you know what Discord is, all in Python, and most of them are out of date now, but that's fine. What is the project? So my project is like a survival type game with a concept of running away from skeletons that'll spawn in over time. And you, this little knight character with a light blue, in the light blue, will be running across a board of characters. Why did I create this project? I created this project at the beginning of the year, or not actually even in the beginning of the year. It was near the end of the year, with a concept close to Back Off Barbarian in Castle Crashers. In Back Off Barbarian and Castle Crashers, all you'd have to do is press the arrow keys on the floor in order to move a certain way. Like a left arrow key might not move you left; it could move you up or down. But it would move you a certain direction. And rather than that, I made the arrow keys characters on the keyboard. So I guess you could call my game a little bit like a typing game, but not particularly. I guess it can be. I think it is. It is. But there were a little bit of tweaking I had to do because of that, because two characters couldn't be next to the same tile. Otherwise, which character would go to, this A or this A? So that won't happen. It's specific how it's generated, and it's generated different each and every time. So every playthrough will have a different board in the background, so you can't memorize the keys or the setups or anything. Struggles. There were a lot of struggles in this project. One main one on the left there, you can see it's spawning a lot of skeletons. That was just one of the bugs. A couple other bugs were the characters on the board, as I mentioned before, being the same, and then not really knowing why they were the same. So like you'd press P and it'd go to this character or this character. It didn't know which. Another little bit of an issue, I ended up changing my project 2 other times. My first project was going to be a website, and that just didn't end up working out because I wasn't very good at doing websites. And my second project was going to be with the same theme of a grid, but I was going to make a tower defense, or not tower defense. Whoa, where did I get that from? But it was going to be a level-based game where you needed to do something, like push a block to a certain area in order to pass a level to get to the next one. But that also never ended up working out. I don't know. It just, I created some things in that took a long while, but it just never ended up working out for like a goal. And this seemed to work well, and I was happy with this product. So how exactly do you play? Well, kind of like I mentioned before, you'll press keys on your keyboard in order to move your knight adjacently across the board. And over time, skeletons will spawn. They will increase in speed and quantity, and they will attempt to chase the player. And your goal will be to survive as long as possible. There will be a timer and a little bit of a leaderboard as well for incentive on top time. Features I didn't get to add. Unfortunately, I did not have a lot of time because, I changed my project a couple times, crammed in coding last night before I had to turn this thing in, and although it was a bit of crammed, I thought it turned out really well. I did as good as I could for the time frame I was given, and I think it worked out well. But if I did have more time, I plan to add more lives, maybe different main characters, like there's just a knight right now. Allow the main character to attack the monsters, giving monsters abilities to give it more interesting rather than just a skeleton that chases you. And maybe like an ability that scrambles the playboard mid while playing. But yeah, I would have added those. In summary, I hope you enjoy my game. So I'll do a little bit of a demo here. Let's go to here. Let's run it. So this is the game. We're going to press start. No, I did not create this background. I searched it up on Google, but it's besides the point. Press start. So now I'm my knight character in the top left, and I'm going to be running away from the skeleton. And the skeleton, you'll know where they spawn because they'll spawn on the red platform. And I'm moving my character by pressing keys on my keyboard. So over time, another one will spawn. And when one does, I will show you what happens when you die. There we go. So now let's just say, uh-oh, he jumped on me. So I lost. So my time was 34.6 and my top time was 34.6. So that's my top time. If I were to play again and I were to again get murdered by this skeleton, my time was 9.3, which was not greater than my 34.6. So that was my current time. So I hope you guys enjoyed my game. It took a long while to code. Like here, you can see in the back, it ended up being around 867 lines. Yeah, thanks. Bye.